The booty. 22 mini reading time. I know I'm a couple of minutes late, but
yeah, I had to get a donut.
it's all good.
Or two.
It's all good. Anywho, for those of you new to my channel, let's see if I can get all the information. She can remember what I forget. Once a week, every Thursday at noon Pacific time,
or a little late,
or maybe a couple minutes later, I go live on this channel. This is my secondary YouTube channel, and read 22 mini readings. You submit a payment of $22.22 to my PayPal, which is paypal.me/RichmondL1111. You type a question in the notes section, and I'll pull you 2 spreads and bang it out real quick, live, once a week so far, unless we decide to pick up an extra day. If you do not type a question in the notes section, it will be refunded to you, and you can resubmit a payment with please put a question in the notes. If you would like to remain anonymous, please indicate that first thing in your notes, or we will read your first name live. Or you can be referred to as an alias or whatever. Just indicate that first thing in the notes. Also, what else? What else was there?
We'll be accepting orders on the live.
Yes, we will be accepting orders. You can order it while we're live, but I read them in order in which they come in. So anytime in the week, if you order a 22 mini reading, it'll get read first if you pre-order it. If you order it while we're live, you have to sit and wait. But the good news is, this is, I think, the most important part of the whole process. You do not have to sit through the entire live and wait for your reading to come up. If you see that we're live, you say, oh, okay, cool, right on. Wait until like later, like, oh man, I got shit to do today, you know? Okay, so come back later, look in the comments section. Every reading will be timestamped, so you can just go straight to it, okay? But if you want to sit and listen to me run my big, loud, annoying mouth, you're more than welcome to do that. So.
Oops, I'm on your.
Oh, I see. All right.
I got. Oh well, I'll take it for you today.
Okay.
Okay, so we're starting off. You have to tell me the time.
Okay, the time is 2:25.
Okay, this is for Melissa.
Melissa.
Interested in what the cards have to tell me, aka general read or whatever comes up. Thanks.
Okay, no intention, huh? All right. Well, I'm gonna give it love reading. That's what I'm gonna give it. I gotta put some kind of intention into it. And come on now, let's be honest. You have something that you're hoping to hear. Come on now. We don't just walk up to McDonald's and go, here's some money, just throw me some food in the bag, you know? Come on now. You know you have something you're looking for. So let's go ahead and give it a love intention. Let's get 5 shuffles. There's 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Boom, 2 of Wands. You're at a bit of a crossroads here. And I do think that there is somebody that you are interested in here, but somebody here isn't feeling the connection. Okay, there is a very intense soul connection between you and another person here, but there's no action being taken, and there's unfinished business between you and probably this same person. I feel like this is a past person, but either way, this is a karmic cycle. So if it wasn't past in this life, it was definitely a past life. There's some sort of unfinished business type of energy between you and this person here. I think they don't really see any growth between the two of you, is the way they view this situation. This person, I think, is probably in the dating around phase anyway with the 7 of Cups here. And I don't really see you reaching out. You're just kind of hanging back. Not really 100% sure exactly what to do. You got two of Swords and 2 of Wands. These are the 2 most indecisive cards in the entire tarot. The 2 of Air and the 2 of Fire. Okay, definitely at a crossroads, not reaching out, not taking any action, just waiting to see if they're going to come forward. And I don't really know if they are. I see this sense of unfinished business lingering between you and the person that you are thinking about. Okay, let's get the advice here. Let's see what advice we have from Melissa. Melissa. Nope, I am not a proclaimed psychic. So I will not be able to flip the psychic switch on command. The psychic switch comes on randomly, okay? So if any psychic visions come through, they come through. I can't make it happen. Maybe one day I'll learn how to like turn it on command, but right now I don't really know how to do it.
And then we can win the lotto.
Right. Anyway, Nine of Cups in the reverse. All right, you need to find your sense of emotional integrity and learn how to fulfill yourself. You need to learn how to do that first before you get involved with another person. Okay, if not, you will be let down every time. Okay, let's get 4 shuffles. There's 1, 2.
He says, we're together and living together, but I'm over the relationship and want him to leave, but he won't.
Okay. 4 and 5. Okay, well, the advice here still remains the same. Ace of Pentacles reverse, the Star in the reverse. This is one of those types of situations that you cannot figure out logically, okay? The more logic you try to add to the situation, the less sense it's gonna make, okay? This is one of those types of decisions that it's a burden that you chose to take on that now, are you stuck with it or what is the case here? The only way for you to get out of it is for you to get out of it. Like basically, given that bit of information here, that kind of changed the narrative just a little bit, but just enough for me to be able to say, okay, you're the one in control here. So it's not quite, I can see how, like, yeah, I would really rather not be around you and you're refusing to leave. Well, hey, now that's testing you. Because now this is what you got. Now that's testing you. What are you going to do to get rid of this burden? It's not your burden. You know damn good and well what you would need to do in order to put an end to it. And it's probably the last thing you actually want to do. Okay, I don't know if that's called the police, because you do have the Justice in the reverse here. I don't know if it's called the police. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is you need to do. That's what you need to do. Also, too, in the meantime, find a sense of emotional integrity. Because what's going to happen here is by the time you do end up moving on from this person, if you don't find your own emotional integrity, the next person that comes in is going to match the frequency of that person. Okay? And it's pretty much going to remain the same. And some aspect of the last connection is going to repeat itself. So whatever it is you don't want to do, that's what you have to do. Okay? So I hope that helped you there. I hope that helped you. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. 754.
Okay, for Kathleen, it says, should I give up on my marriage? Both Capricorn.
Ooh, should you give up on it? Boom. The Lover's card. Very intense soul connection that you have here with this person. This is a one of those types of soul contracts that, like, basically we enter into a lot of different contracts before we come here and incarnate. Okay, some of them we don't quite get to, but this is one of those ones that was very, very, very strong and pronounced. We got to work this out. Okay, let's get 4 shuffles. 1, 2. 3 and 4. Always remember that the universe is like water, ladies and gentlemen. If you glide your hand through it effortlessly, it's the easiest substance in the world. But if you jump off a bridge and you smack it, it is going to smack back 10 times harder. The harder you work against it, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the way the universe operates here, okay? So, should you give up on your marriage? No. No. I think you're fighting too hard. I think you're trying to fight too hard against it. I'm reading these as advice cards. Should you give up? The 8 of Cups is in the reverse. No, I do not think you should walk away from this marriage right here. I think that you should try the best you can. It's a switch inside. When you go inside, you flip the switch and say, okay, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to try too hard. Because the harder you try, the harder the universe is going to make you try. Relax and allow. Allow the marriage to flow the way it wants to normally flow. You would be surprised how much more power you have over a situation when you let go of it and relinquish control. Because we don't, as humans, have control over as much as we think we do. Not really. Not really. You are 1,000 times more powerful when you relinquish control and let go. 1,000 times more powerful. Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, see? Don't fight. Don't try to force it. Don't try to fight it. Let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3 more shuffles. Justice card. Queen of Cups reversed. There's the 8 of Cups there. So this right here is telling me you're probably going to walk away from it anyway. This is a very difficult concept. Not a difficult concept, but unwiring the old thinking patterns and rewiring new ones is very, very difficult. So the cards are telling me you're probably going to go ahead and walk away anyway. And that's fine. If that's what you choose to do, Capricorn in the reverse, toxic situation in the reverse, that's fine. I would advise you not to, because more than likely you're going to end up trying this again in the next life. Okay, and it's going to be harder next time. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can fix that. Go ahead and walk away from it if that's what you really, really want to do. But be sure you relinquish, let go, forgive the person, and forgive yourself. It takes time. It's not something you're going to be able to do overnight. But I'm telling you, you have to, or you're going to be back trying it again in the next life. You have to be able to let go of it, okay? If not, I would recommend that you try to work it out. But if not, definitely make sure you can let go of it properly, okay? So anyway, 1207, next one.
All right, this is for Kate. It says, hi Rich from London, UK. So what is happening with me, Kate, Sagittarius, and my Libra man?
Okay, Saggy and Libra. Ooh, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Two more shuffles here. Boom! Chariot reversed. Seems like something is stopping the forward movement from happening here. Okay, here's the Sagittarius card in the reverse, the Temperance in the reverse. So you all aren't quite balanced right now. You aren't quite balanced. Okay, for whatever reason, something is bringing things to a halt. I don't really think you all are actually working together. Libra and Saggy is a combination that I've seen quite a few of. And it always ends up being a really long term relationship that always ends up being challenging, okay? Those two energies work well together as long as you balance them, okay? And this right here, I'm feeling like there's a battle of control here. There's a battle of control, okay? And that right there is bringing things to a halt, okay? That's bringing things to a halt. Cardinal air and mutable fire both want to be the ones running the show is what I'm seeing here. Deep down. I don't know if it's manifesting like that in the physical, but deep down, that is what is happening here. And that is what's bringing things to a halt, okay? I think you all need to meet somewhere in the middle, because I do see a lot of potential here between the two of you, but it's being brought to a halt right now. I don't see it coming to an end unless you put it to an end, unless you make the decision to put it to an end. Let's see what advice we have for you here. Three more shuffles. Man, I wish I could sit like this every time I do my readings. I like it like this. All right, and the Libra card's in the reverse too, and here's the Sagittarius card in the upright. All right, so if I were you, I would take into account the fact that things are working out in your favor whether you realize it or not. Okay, I think that one, the other, or both of you may just be feeling a little bit impatient. Make sure that you make decisions based on fairness. Okay, equal give and take and fairness, not emotional bias and preference. And relinquish and don't try to force and fight anything right here. And also realize too, I don't know which one of you needs to hear this, but yeah, that white knight complex, whoever it is that feels kind of like they're the ones who need to come fix everything, they're the ones with the answers to all the problems, that's not the case. That's not the case, okay? I would do the best I can to step back and say, okay, well, maybe I don't have the answers to everything. Or maybe they don't have the answers to everything. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one plays out. It's like, there's always, it seems like in a lot of relationships, there's that one character that likes to be, I'm the one with all the answers here. And it's like, no. Both need to play off of each other with equal give and take, okay? So anyway, on to the next one. We have
You got your baby down
Oh,
there.
I got a friend down here. Maybe I could put a cat bed down there.
No, I think they like the nice cool floor.
No.
Because it cools them down. And that was funny the other day when he was up there.
Yeah. Alrighty, so 1633.
Okay, this one is for Christine, and it says, tell me about my ex who has recently started texting me in March as a friend. He says he's on dating apps and has met someone who he really likes. They have lots in common. My ex is Cancer, I'm Christine, I'm Taurus, and my heart is with him. Basically, I still love him. I broke it off because I wanted him to fight for me. This was back in November.
Yeah, that right there, I see people play that game an awful lot, and that's not a very smart game to play. That's not love that we're playing with there. Because basically what you're doing there is you're saying, oh, okay, I'm going to hurt you to see if you care. That's not love. I intentionally broke it off and hurt you to see if you care. That's what you did there, and that's not love. That's not a very smart thing to do. I think we've all done that, so I'm not throwing a whole bunch of shade at you, and I'm not telling you you're this bad person, but definitely in the future, know that is not a very smart game to play, because love shouldn't have to be fought for. Love should not have to be fought for at all. If you're fighting for it, it's not love. So be prepared. The next time you play that game with a person, they're probably going to walk away. You cut it off, okay, well, I'm not going to come fight for it. I shouldn't have to fight for the person that loves me, all right? Oh, just some thought candy there. Just some thought candy there. That's not the way love works. And again, not calling you a bad person. We've all played them silly little games. This is just for the future, for future reference, okay? Let's get 5 shuffles here. There's 1, 2, 3, 2 more shuffles. Boom! Knight of Swords reverse. That one came out when I was shuffling for you just a minute ago too. So yeah, I don't really think the doorway is closed for this right here. This is not a doorway that the universe is going to open up for you. Again, this person is definitely dating around, okay? Right now you are very, very drained emotionally, drained psychologically and emotionally. And it would behoove you to gather your sense of strength before you actually step off into a relationship again, okay? Because what we end up doing very frequently is we end up going out and, like I always say, searching out here for our love, which is not out here. Out here, the only thing out here is a holographic projection of what's going on in here. So most of us are out here looking because we are empty in here and we think out here is going to fix it. But that's not the case. Out here is a projection of what's in here. So if we're empty in here, we're going to experience emptiness out here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we can really drain ourselves, not quite understanding how that works. And I think that it would do you best to take at least a little bit of time to just chill by yourself, and actually learn to enjoy it. Not just get good at it. Don't just get good at being by yourself. Actually learn to enjoy it. Actually take enough time by yourself to figure out what you actually love about your alone time. Don't you think that's important? Yeah. Oh yeah. Any healthy relationship, me, her, anybody, in a successful relationship, you have to have periods of alone time. You have to enjoy your own company. See what I'm saying? It's very important. Very important. 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shuffles. See, what did I just say? What did I just say? Hermit. That's your advice. Learn how to hermit. But the thing about the hermit isn't isolating negatively, not going away and isolating away in a negative way, like, oh, fuck everybody, I don't want to go and be away from everybody. The hermit is like very, very wise, very like actually gets something, gains something, grows and evolves from being alone. You know what I mean? But yeah, you are being invited to start a whole new cycle. And I think we all are collectively in a way, starting a brand new cycle of life when it comes to everything. But gaining your sense of patience, balance, and learning to actually enjoy your own company is going to definitely boost the quality of the relationships you have from that point. But as far as your ex goes, no. That's just a dramatic, almost like child's play game that I would not honestly push any further. The connection, the cycle is complete between the two of you. The lessons have been learned. Anything else is just going to be redundant and repeat the cycle over and over and over and over. Okay, so anyway, 2232.
All right, this one is for Jade, and it says, dealing with an ex-Aries, will we come back together? I'm a Cancer.
Okay, Aries and Cancer. The most common karmic relationship in the entire tarot. Let's see here. Aries and Cancer. That is the one. Of all of the karmic mixtures that exist, Aries and Cancer is the one. Like, that's the one I've seen more of than any other mixture in my life. In my personal life, in my line of work here. Cardinal air and cardinal water and cardinal fire. The two most emotionally impulsive signs in the entire zodiac. That's what it is. They complement each other superficially. Let's see though. Let's get 7 shuffles for your first spread. Here's 1. Oh, that wasn't much of a shuffle. Still counts though. 2, 3, 4, 3 more. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups reversed, King of Cups reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed, 10 of Cups, World reversed. No, there's definitely a lingering sense of unfinished business between the two of you. Is one, the other, or both of you already involved in another relationship? If it's not you, it's them. I feel like there's already a relationship outside of this right here, but I don't see a reconciliation happening. As far as the person you're dealing with here, I think this person is a little bit too emotionally immature anyway. They don't really know how to handle their emotions. Okay, like I said, water and fire are the two emotional energies of the zodiac, the emotion feeling based. Cardinal air and cardinal water are the two most emotionally impulsive which means very, very, very prone to making emotional decisions without thinking them through. The Aries and Cancer, and that magnetizes, that turns into magnet energy very easily. And but no, I see a sense of unfinished business lingering with the World and the Wheel of Fortune both in the reverse. And that's at least for the next 6 to 8 months. Knight of Cups in the reverse. I don't see anybody coming forward here. How you doing over there, babe? How you feeling? You ain't feeling it, are you?
No. Well, normally this time of day I'll have an energy drink, so I'm trying not to.
Well, I asked you if you wanted me to get you one, baby.
I know, I'm trying not to drink them as much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Was there any more coffee left out there?
Yeah, maybe.
Boom, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, this is very one-sided. I think that if anybody new that comes in, make sure that there's actual equal give and take. Okay, use this as what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Use that to your advantage. Like, okay, well, this past, I don't want that type of. That makes sense? It's a good example of what I don't want. 1, 2, and 3. I hope that came out right. That makes sense?
I'm as useful as the letter G in lasagna.
All right, so no, I think that, no, I don't see anybody coming back here. Definitely, though, start figuring out what you learned about this, though, okay? It's okay, like, I don't know how recent this breakup is, okay? I don't know if it was very recent, but it's okay to get the mourn all the pain and all that, but allow yourself to heal up from it and use it as fuel. It is so empowering if when we take a bad situation, if we focus on how much wisdom we can extract from it, dude, you are invincible. There's nothing that can break you and nothing that can hold you back if you can do that, okay? Well, definitely figured out what you learned from this because I don't really see anybody coming back around and I wouldn't try to push for it either, honestly, okay? So, on to the next one. A bunch of same days just came in, so at least 2. So, ooh, I got a busy work day today. All right, so 2738.
Let's say it's for SRT.
Oh yeah, I saw that one come in. I saw that one come in the other day.
Hi, Rich and Leah. It's SRT. I'm back for another read. Last time I asked about the man in black. Although it's been slow, we are still communicating. When we do actually communicate, it is going well between us. I know you read on it last time and it was kind of iffy, but more than a month has passed since we've been back in communication, so I wanted to see how things are looking now. Like I said, we still communicate, he's just slow in responding, so I'd like to know what the cards see happening between us and if there will be some more progress. And I'm looking forward to seeing what unfolds next.
All right. Looking forward to seeing
What unfolds next.
Oh. SRT. SRT.
Well, she's not talking about that other fool.
Yeah, Justice in the reverse. Oh man, I don't really know if anybody's making a decision here. I feel a lot of indecisiveness here. Boom. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Cups, Page of Swords. There is that, see, indecision though. The good news is though, is that I wouldn't just brush this off. I wouldn't, okay? Because you do have the Lover's card here. The Lover's card is a card of a very pronounced soul connection. Of course, everybody you interact with is a soulmate. Okay, don't get that twisted. But whenever the Lover's card comes up, that indicates those ones that are very pronounced and strong, a very intense connection that serves a very intense purpose. But here, In the next few weeks, though, I'm still seeing 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Okay. Right now, you're still in a transitionary process right here. Okay, you're still transitioning and making some changes in your life right here. But I do think that with this Page of Cups right here, it will... Page of Cups, Page of Swords. Okay, it's still brand new territory that is going to move slow. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Swords. So I'm not really seeing a whole lot of fast movement here, but I'm also not seeing it come to an end either. And I'm not seeing anything bad. Like, you know, I'm not seeing the Tower card or the Death card or any cards of being dishonest or anything like that. Ooh, there's that Lover's card showing its face for you again. Definitely a very intense soul connection. And I have a feeling that it is going to, it's going to make some sort of big difference in your life. Okay, so this person is definitely around for a very specific reason. So don't cut them out. Okay, let's get 4 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Magician, Hermit reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh, there's that Death card, 6 of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, right now I don't see you abandoning it, but I still see you in a transitionary process here. Okay. This is one of those types of situations that this person has come along definitely to help guide you onto the next path. And even though you do have all these, it's like this is a really confusing spread right here because you do have the Death and the 8 of Cups right here, okay? But I don't think you're walking away from this particular person here because you do have the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords both in the reverse. So I don't see you abandoning it or moving on from him. There is new love possible here. It's just that right now you're jumbled up in all this other mix and mess of all the other stuff that you're coming out of. That's why it's moving so slow. But it looks to me like it's one of those types of connections that is strong enough that it is going to be able to hang on through that whole process, which is very rare. It's very rare. I'm telling you, there's no accident that this person has come along. No accident at all. So I would definitely hang on to it and just see what the universe has in store because it's going to make a big difference in your life. Probably like a year from now, you're going to be able to look back and for some reason you're going to be able to say, damn, that was a very important chapter of my life, okay? So, anywho, 3255.
Okay, this one is for Hannah, and it says, hello, Rachel and Mia. My question is, will my ex-husband, who she recently divorced, come back to me in the future? I'm a Libra, and he's a Gemini. I gotta put my clothes in the dryer. Be right back.
Alrighty. Do we see a reconciliation between Libra and Gemini? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. 6 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Queen of Swords reversed. 10 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles reversed. Doesn't look like it, honestly. You do got the 10 of Pentacles there, but the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright down here, indicating that the cycle between the two of you is very much complete. Okay, very much complete. The only thing that will make the cycle incomplete is either A, if you... Now, I don't expect you to get over it overnight, but definitely at least come to terms with the fact that you're going to eventually need to learn how to move on from this. and sort through it, because I don't see a return coming back here. Matter of fact, I think both of you are still very pissed off at each other anyway, okay? So even if they were to make a return, oh, it would be like, oh, yeah, hugs and kisses, smoochy smooch. And then all of a sudden, the sharp tongues, you know what I'm saying? The swords, as it were, would start swinging. Y'all are still kind of holding on to some negativity between each other. But from a spiritual perspective, the cycle is very much complete. Very, very much complete, okay? No. Last shuffle here for your second spread. Bam! Five of Swords reversed. All right, there's that Lover's card there. Okay. So I honestly see something else out there for you. You need to, this right here is a battle you don't need to fight, okay? Don't fight this battle. If you successfully relinquish the battle, drop the sword, there's somebody else out there for you. Somebody else, new. Pages are new, okay? If you, and see, most people do this by accident. So it's probably going to require some sort of walking away from love, as it were, and seemingly walking away from, you're not really walking away from love when you do that. But that's a whole other ballpark, different. I don't have time for that tangent right now. But yeah, I feel like you could very easily, if you allow yourself to just completely move on and let go of this and let go of love, you might end up manifesting your person. Your actual person. I don't really see your ex coming back around. And from what the cards are telling me, I don't really think you want this person to come back around, you know? I don't think so. So, anywho, 37-26.
Ookie dokie.
Durkey alley, durkey alley.
Okay, for Leslie, it says, hi Rich and Leah, I recently started online dating, LOL, and I've been talking to a really cool Scorpio guy. I'm a Sag myself. I'm planning to visit him Memorial Day weekend for almost a week. I wanted to ask if that's a wise choice so soon, and if this connection is even worth moving forward. I have a few doubts myself. Thank you.
Okay. Scorpio and Sag.
Yeah.
That's one of those types of connections. Another fire and water connection. Y'all complement each other very, very well on the surface.
But I don't think they've even met yet. They're just talking online.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not sure.
Them fire and water connections, when they happen, it's one of those types of things that stretch out for however long it takes to start digging deep. And the deeper you dig, the more conflict and the more murky and yeah. It typically, from what I've seen, but we never know. Maybe y'all got moon signs that are extremely compatible. I don't know. Let's get 6 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Queen of Cups reversed, Hierophant reversed, Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment, 6 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Page of Wands, 9 of Cups reversed. So it doesn't really, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of back and forth here. I don't really think that any commitment would ever come out of this right here. Not really. I see a lot of back and forth push-pull, that I don't really think is ever going to amount to anything or go. Not really. It doesn't look like it. Okay, I will pull you another spread right here, but again, somebody here is a little on the needy side. Okay, and again, what do we have? Typically, 9 times out of 10, when we have a needy person, we have another knight in shining armor. Usually. But one, the other, or both of you is a little bit emotionally lonely. Okay, a little emotionally codependent. But when it all comes down to it, I think that this person here is probably a little emotionally immature. Okay, and a little bit closed off. Either way, I don't really see any commitment happening.
She wants to know if she should hang out with him for Memorial Weekend.
I know.
Oh.
And I'm giving the energy.
Oh.
Should you hang out with him? I don't really know. I mean, if I could give you one card that would say yes or no, but
for a good time.
Oh.
But not a long time.
All right. 1, 2, and 3. Three of Pentacles reverse, King of Wands, Eight of Swords reverse, Wheel of Fortune. There's that Six of Wands in the same position there. I don't know. It doesn't really look to me like it's going to go anywhere, like anything is ever going to really spring up between the two of you. I mean, if y'all do hang out, cool. I think you're probably going to be a little bit, this to me looks kind of like, just a little awkward and not that fun, and it's kind of like one of those, oh shit, okay, this is awkward, what do I do now? I guess,
You're stuck.
Yeah. But if you got a saggy mouth like her, you'll probably just go ahead and blurt it out like, I'm bored, this is stupid. Right?
Plus, if you're going to visit him, why is he going to visit you? And take you out for a first date? I tried it.
Yeah.
No, first date should be, I don't know. I don't know all the details, so I can't say. But
What was our first date?
we didn't really have one. I can't even talk shit because I drove fucking how many hours to go see you?
Yeah, but I drove too. We kind of met in the middle. Like we both came to meet each other,
okay,
so
yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
we met in the middle.
What time is that?
42:25.
Alright. For Ray. And it says, will my twin flame relationship get back on track, or should I continue to try and move on to a new unknown person? I've tried but can't seem to.
Alright, well. First of all, if you are actually indeed dealing with a real twin, there's only one purpose for that connection and one purpose only. And the only purpose is to shed the old baggage away that is too deep for a person left to their own devices to dig up and regurgitate, basically, so that you yourself and them can vibrate up to the next spectrum, because you are indeed a frequency character that is here assisting in the evolutionary process. That's the only meaning for the connection. Okay? So, just to let you know that, boom, 10 of Cups, though. All right, so the most common energy in my line of work, 9 of Cups in the reverse. The reason you can't move on, and this right here is what this is supposed to be targeting, okay? Emotional codependence. If you have the tendency to look to another person as your only source of emotional fulfillment, then that is what this is targeting. And no, you are not meant to come back together with this person. That's how the other side gets our attention, and it's really fucking annoying, because sometimes it doesn't work, and it's like the hardest way to learn a lesson, period. But yeah, until you learn how to stand in your own emotional integrity, and until you, because I know it took me forever. Man, well, how do you actually, like not look to another person for that love. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. And it takes a while to actually allow. It's more of you got to allow yourself to do it. Okay. Most of us are too afraid to allow ourselves to love ourselves. That's the biggest problem, because we've been conditioned to you're a bad person, you know. But so far, you had that Ten of Cups energy overall there, but everything else kind of said no. Boom, the Ten of Wands reversed. Yep, you still got some old burdens that you're shedding. Still shedding some old burdens. Here's 1, 2. What's going to happen once you learn emotional independence? What's going to happen? Let's see. Will they return, or are you going to be moving on? Boom, the Star card. 4 Swords, Knight of Swords, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Strength card. All right, so more than likely, I would have to say that once you actually learn the lesson that you were meant to learn throughout this connection right here, which again, the main lesson, and I don't normally tell this, so you're lucky. I don't normally tell what the lesson is in a reading, sometimes, but the main lesson is to learn to stand on your own 2 emotional feet. Emotional. That doesn't mean be good at being alone, and that doesn't mean function well alone. That means stand on your own 2 emotional feet. And once you learn that, you're not going to have a desire for this person. You're going to kind of look back at them and be like, oh, that person? Oh, wow. Yeah, that was kind of, yeah. So, you know, you have something much, 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 much better coming in. Like, basically, once you learn how to step into your own power, and stand on your own 2 feet emotionally, the next person that comes in is going to blow them out of the water. And you're going to kind of laugh at yourself for even like tripping over them, to be honest with you. You'll get it though. You have that Ten of Cups energy on your back. You'll get it. And I see it happening this year, okay? So I hope that helps you there. I hope that helps you, and I wish you luck, okay? So, 56, 55.
This is our last one.
Last one!
It's for Marwa.
Marla.
No, Marwa.
Marla.
No, Marwa.
Marwa. Marwa.
And it says, hi, I'm an Aries. His name is Nate, and he's a Taurus, or he's my Taurus ex. We have been reconnecting loosely for the past few months. What are his feelings for me, and what are his intentions towards me?
Ace of Wands reversed. 5, 2, 3. 2 more shuffles. This is one of those types of things that, man, when we fantasize about it, and when we talk about what could be and what's gonna be, we get high on the feeling of reaching out into the astral realm and imagining. But then when it comes down to it, okay, well now it's time to make a move. Wait, that's not fun. I don't want to do that. It was much more fun when it was a fantasy. But then when it's actually time to do something, no, I don't think so. Yeah, Ace of Swords reversed. High Priestess. I don't really see it getting up off the ground. Okay? I don't really see it getting up off the ground. Here's you. Here's the person you're dealing with. Here's you. And here's the person you're dealing with. I don't really see a lot of emotion here. I see one-sided passion. I see one-sided passion met with, well, it's a fun fantasy. It's a fun idea. But as far as putting it into action, not only am I too lazy to do that, but when it comes down to do it, I'll lose interest very fast. That's what that looks like there. It's very unorganized and scattered. Okay, very unorganized and scattered. Oop, who's that? Page of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords reversed, yeah. I feel like you're going to get kind of impatient, and you're probably going to end up telling them off after a while and moving on from this. 2 more shuffles. Boom, the Lover's card. Very intense connection you have here with this person. Very intense connection, and I see that just like I just told the last guy. I feel like this is going to keep coming back, or something like it. You're going to keep cycling through this until you learn how to stand on your own 2 emotional feet. Okay, that is actually, you probably have, and if you follow me enough, you'll hear me talk about this a lot and repeat this a lot, because this is the most common energy that comes through my line of work. This energy is the energy that leads us all to metaphysics, wondering what happened in our love life. And that is, I'm looking outside for a solution to an internal problem. Okay, a solution, not assistance. I'm not saying that your person can't assist you, but too many of us don't really understand quite how to do it ourselves, and we want somebody else to provide us our sense of emotional fulfillment. Okay, and that doesn't make you a bad person. That's what we've been led to believe love is, through programming and advertising and marketing and all the stuff in the old society, which is phased out by my watch. And we're relearning a new way of loving, and this isn't it. And that's what this is meant to teach you. And again, you won't be able to move on from this person, or if you do move on from this person, if you don't conquer this, the next person that comes in is going to be the same lesson. It's going to be the same thing, maybe a different aspect of it, until you understand, hey, another person can't do it for me. I do it for myself, and another person can assist me, if that makes any sense. So
there was 2 more that came in. Do you want to do them now? Or
sure, let's go ahead and do them now. How about you?
I'm fine, but no more after this.
Okay, these last 2, and then we're cutting it off. So we're at 51-57.
Okay, this one's for Melissa.
Melissa.
Says, my boyfriend and I broke up, and we've been having a rough patch lately. It seems like trust is a big issue, and I want to know if this is a done dollar or what. He's an Aquarius, I'm a Cancer.
Done dollar, done dollar. Mm-hmm. Done dollar, done dollar. Bam. 10 of Cups. Ooh, shang-a-lang-a, bing bang. Let's get 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. But boom, there's that Cancerian card. I do think you are moving on from this right here. I do think that you are. Taught each other something very, very valuable. That's the best thing that you could do right now, okay? If you attempt to reconcile this, it will spin the cycle around again and repeat itself, like it does most of the time. But right now, I think while you are healing up from this, the best thing that you could do is ask yourself, what exactly can I extract from this? How much wisdom can I carry on from this, okay? Because typically whenever you see connections like that, like especially air and water, 2 people are teaching each other something. They were teaching something that you were lacking, and you were teaching them something that they were lacking, okay? Ten of Pentacles reversed, Page of Wands reversed. I wouldn't reach out. The cards are telling me that okay, I ain't gonna lie. The first spread told me that you're probably gonna try to reconcile anyway, no matter what I say. That's fine if you choose to do that. Like I said, it's just gonna repeat itself. But if you can stand to hold off and see what you learn from this, it would do you a better service. Okay, let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Cups reversed, yeah. Somebody's going to come back around here is what the cards are telling me. But it's a Dundola. That's the answer. It's actually a Dundola. But the cards are tattling on you. The cards are tattling on you. One, the other, or both of you is going to come back around and try it again anyway, no matter what I say. But if you can, you have the ability to change the outcome of any reading you receive from any person. I tell every single personal client that comes to me. And if you can manage to allow yourself to just go ahead and let it be done, that would do you a much greater service, and you will reach the next level a little bit faster. Okay, a little bit faster. So, anyway, I hope that helped you there. 55-45.
Okay. I don't know if it's supposed to be read by her name or her PayPal name, so I'll just go off her PayPal name.
Okay.
Pockets of Us. It says, should I pursue the person I am interested in?
Pursue them? Probably not. If you pursue somebody, they're going to run from you. If you pursue anything, it's going to run from you. I don't know though. We'll see. Boom! 5 of Cups. Now you'd probably end up disappointed, honestly. Probably not. Let's get 5 shuffles here. 1, 2. The spread is going to be them. I'm going to read them. Why would she be disappointed? Alright, that's the last shuffle. Deck is done. And the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Alright, this person I kind of feel like, well, first of all, I think they already have, if they're not already in a relationship with somebody, they have somebody else in mind. Okay? They're interested in somebody else. And I feel like they definitely, right now, would probably prefer to either be single or at least they prefer a sense of emotional independence. Okay, they are in 9 of Cups mode. And again, I feel like you're going to shortly find out that they're dealing with somebody else, I think. Okay, they're dealing with somebody else. I feel like they would be very disappointed, or you would be very disappointed if you pursued them. This person, if you did, does not want the drama. Is this person at a distance from you? If this person is not at a physical distance from you, there's definitely a big wall between you and them that I don't think they would let you in. I don't think they would let you in, okay? I don't think that they would. Pull one more spread here. Let's do this deck here. I've been going back and forth from the 2 Gilded Tarots this whole time. Let's see if the good old trusty dusty Albano weight will give me anything any different. And then we done. Two more shuffles. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, this person is very closed off. Again, 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords. I think you'd be very heartbroken to find out that they're either already in a relationship or they're interested in somebody else, okay? They're interested in somebody else. So, no, I think honestly that they would pass on the opportunity and you would end up feeling like it was a waste of time. And there's that 5 of Cups again. You would end up disappointed. I would say, I would give that a no. I honestly wouldn't pursue. When it comes to love anyway, you shouldn't need to pursue, you should attract. Okay, so, anywho, sorry we only had very few positive readings today, but it is what it is. So, we actually, I think, made very good time, right at about 1 hour. That's 59:18.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh no, we'll look over it later. Let's just end this and we'll talk about it later.
Alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We will see y'all next week, Thursday, same time, same place, alright? Y'all have a good one.